Few months ago, Perplexity had announced its sponsored follow-up questions ads feature. Now, it has been reported that the company is slowing down on its advertising product plans. From Perplexity's cautious approach to advertising to Google's AI overviews integration to Microsoft's ambitious Copilot ads, we are witnessing the birth of an entirely new advertising paradigm, chat-vertising. But the twist in the story is that it's not going quite as smoothly as anyone expected. Come, let's explore the reasons behind Perplexity's change of plans, how other tech giants are approaching AI advertising, and what makes ads in AI chats tricky. We'll also explore whether AI driven search can even drive conversions, what these platforms could do to make ads work better, and of course, what marketers should be doing now. Not too long ago, Perplexity, the AI powered search engine, had quietly rolled out its ad feature, Sponsored Follow Up Questions. After you ask a question and get an answer, the first related question suggested could be paid or promoted by a brand. They also made it clear that their algo didn't manipulate answers to display sponsored questions. The ads were clearly labeled and didn't alter the response content. They also introduced a perks program for paying users. It was about giving discounts from participating brands. These perks are separate from chat ads. According to recent media reports, Perplexity's advertising ambitions have been deprioritized. So, what happened? Well, the company is pulling back from aggressive ads to focus on core product stability and growth. In other words, the ad side of the business was an experiment which is still at a product stage, according to them, and it hasn't scaled up as marketers hoped. This cautious approach makes sense when you consider that Perplexity received 780 million queries in May 2025, up 20% from April, but Google's AIOs reached 1.5 billion monthly users in the same period. They are playing in a different league entirely and they know it. Without massive usage, brands have been cautious and ROI is unclear. So, the decision to hit the pause button on ads and improving overall user experience makes complete sense. While Perplexity pulls back, Google is moving full steam ahead. Google launched US ads for mobile AIOs last year and plans to roll out ads in other countries and platforms soon. And Google isn't stopping there. They had introduced something called AI mode, which is an evolution of AIOs. Unlike standard search results, AI mode delivers rich conversational responses similar to what users experience on ChatGPT. Google is already showing ads within AI mode. This is quite logical because ads contribute to about 74% of Google's revenue. Since AIOs and AI mode are relatively new, they're maintaining their traditional search ad business while adapting to the new conversational AI space. Microsoft has taken a different route with Copilot. They have introduced showroom ads and dynamic filters as two new ad formats. Showroom ads provide immersive digital experiences that mimic physical showrooms, allowing users to explore products and ask questions. Dynamic filters help users refine searches based on their preferences. In a recent blog, Microsoft mentioned that compared to traditional search, Copilot users click on ads 73% more and convert 16% more. They also claim these ad features shorten the path between interest and action by 33%, which means that they provide a more efficient customer journey. And OpenAI, well, is still in development mode. But the writing is on the wall. While Sam Altman has openly said that he's not a big fan of AI advertising, there are speculations that OpenAI is forecasting $1 billion in revenue from free user monetization starting in 2026, growing to nearly $25 billion by 2029. There are news of them hiring senior advertising talent from Google, Meta, and X. Implicitly, it all seems to connect. Tech world has mastered the freemium model. So, advertising on AI or chat-vertising is inevitable. However, the current state of chat-vertising raises an important question. Is serving ads inside a chat really that hard? Experts seem to think so. The core issue is simple. People use AI chats to get answers, not to see ads. When people use traditional search engines, they are often in a shopping or research mode. They're looking for products, services, or information that could lead to a purchase decision. But when people chat with AI, they're often seeking quick answers, explanations, or assistance with tasks. One of the reasons behind quick adoption of AI is that many users turn to AI chat to escape the clutter of ads. Perplexity's own blog promised an uncluttered, unbiased search experience and assured users that advertisers would never influence the answers. Similarly, when users switched from Google search to alternatives like Perplexity or ChatGPT, it was often because they wanted clean answers without promotions. So there's a risk. If we start seeing ads in AI chats, those users might feel betrayed or annoyed. Then there's the UX flow challenge. In traditional search, people have learned to recognize and often ignore ads. In social media, users expect sponsored posts and often click, sometimes even enjoy discovering deals on Instagram or TikTok. But in a conversational flow, where does an ad fit when users are coming to seek help? The conversational interface of AI naturally creates trust by giving you a direct, helpful answer like talking to a librarian. Inserting an ad into that conversation risks breaking the perception of human like conversation. Sponsored suggestions, like the ones offered by Perplexity, need to earn trust by genuinely helping the user. Even the slightest hint that the AI thinks about ads can harm its credibility. Chatvertising faces a double hurdle of format and user expectations. The user came for answers, so selling feels out of place unless it seamlessly adds to the conversation. For chatvertising to become a proven model, it needs to be as effective in driving commercial intent as traditional ads. Since it is still in experimental stage, we will have to look at the organic traffic driven by AI chats or AIOs for clues. There is ample content online that has shown that generative search has severely impacted the organic traffic to websites. Recent data by Ahrefs shows that there has been about 35% drop in position 1 click through rates when AIOs are present. The question we are looking answer to is, do visitors from AI search convert to sales or signups? The data is mixed. On one hand, a recent study from BrightEdge has found that AI driven search referrals were under 1% of site traffic and that organic search still dominates conversions and growth. Their research showed that users engage with AI search at the research and exploration stage, while organic search users demonstrate clearer purchase intent, and many users begin with AI search but ultimately convert through organic search or direct channels. On the other hand, Ahrefs reported that for their own website, Visitors from AI search actually converted much better than average. They found that AI search is about 0.5% of their total traffic, which led to 12.1% of signups. This conversion rate is 23 times higher than regular organic search. Ironically, they also found that AI users click links 75% less than traditional searchers. So the jury is still out. Broad industry data leans toward caution since there is limited hard data that shows AI search has helped drive mass traffic or sales. Perplexity itself says that its AI ads currently make up 0.1% of its total revenue. Either way, it underscores that chat-vertising is new territory. Marketers are still gathering evidence on whether getting a link in an AI answer drives real conversions or if AI just does the information delivery itself. The entire AI space is in an experimental stage. This creates an interesting white space for AI platforms to try out ad features to improve chat-vertising effectiveness. AI platforms have access to incredibly rich context about user intent, conversation history, and specific needs. This could enable hyper targeted, context aware advertising that feels more like helpful recommendations than intrusive ads. Perplexity's sponsored questions is a good example. Google's approach of contextually placing ads when they add value to the AI response is another promising direction. The current flat chat UI leaves ample space for trying out interactive features which could brighten up the UX and drive click throughs. Imagine a shopping query where the AI presents a carousel of products within the chat, or a summarized comparison table, or a travel query where a map with sponsored listings appears. These multimedia formats have been seen in some chatbot experiments. Such features could make ads feel like helpful widgets rather than ads. The native AI ad format and distribution startup Ariel has come up with in chat ads to solve this challenge. Their ads appear next to the AI assistant replies, matching the tone but staying clearly marked as sponsored. The interactivity of chat ads could become a parallel chat within the same chat. The user could click on a sponsored suggestion which could start a mini chat with the brand's bot. Or ads could ask a follow up question like asking if the user would like to complete the purchase and proceed based on the answer. Such interactivity mimics social media's conversational approach and could boost engagement. Microsoft's showroom ads represent one solution. They have been designed to create immersive experiences within the chat interface that don't disrupt the conversational flow. Since this entire chatvertising space is so early stage, it might require some kind of incentivization for the users. Some AI platforms are experimenting with offering helpful content. After giving an answer, the AI could present an additional tip or related fact that happens to be sponsored. If it feels like a genuine extra info, users may click it just out of curiosity. Platforms might experiment with game like elements. For example, users could earn tokens for interacting with an ad or have quest mini games where solving a puzzle reveals a discount. Amazon has been doing this for a while now. Essentially, AI platforms might need to incentivize engagement. In old search, a good title and meta description led to a click. On social, eye catching images or influencer voices do it. In chat, the platform itself can be an incentive by promising helpful answers and then weaving ads into those answers as genuinely useful features. For marketers wondering how to prepare, the advice is to experiment cautiously but focus on what works today. AI chat ads are still unproven. So, don't abandon tried and true channels yet. Bright Edge's report suggested a good approach. Keep optimizing for organic search since that still drives conversions while adapting for AI. That means writing content that AI assistants will cite or use to answer questions using good schema markup or FAQ style content. At the same time, marketing teams can start small scale tests on these platforms. If platforms like Perplexity allow it, try a tiny sponsored question campaign and measure engagement carefully. Treat it as learning research. See if users click, what queries work, and how it correlates to any conversions. Be prepared for low volume. Also, think beyond direct ads. Partnerships and content marketing may play a bigger role. For example, Perplexity is emphasizing revenue share deals with publishers instead of license fees. Brands could similarly produce high quality content that AI bots rely on, ensuring their brand shows up in answers. In other words, become the source of the AI's knowledge. That's another form of visibility. Clearly, the key is patience and adaptation. Marketers need to blend old and new strategies, refine their approach for the AI era while continuing to focus on proven organic methods. For now, that means continuing with SEO and social Azure pillars with a watchful eye on chat-vertising trends. As we wrap up today's deep dive, it's clear that chat-vertising is still in its infancy. Perplexity's cautious approach isn't a retreat, it's a recognition that getting it right requires patience and precision. The brands that will succeed in this new space aren't necessarily those moving fastest, but those thinking most carefully about user experience, context, and value creation. The future of advertising isn't just about reaching people differently, it's about fundamentally reimagining the relationship between brands, AI, and consumers. Thanks for joining me on this exploration of chatvertising. What do you think? Are we witnessing the birth of advertising's next evolution or just an expensive experiment? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to follow the channel. Until the next episode, keep watching for those signals.